Hello, Furble lovers. So we're back here again. I'm gonna stop saying the day that it is because I've gotten it wrong a couple of times now, and I just think it's gonna be a little bit confusing. But we're back again. We finally got a recording done like in the morning time. That's what I've been trying to do because it gets a little bit later. Your dog's going to get a little more tired, easier distracted. So I think it's good to do training a little bit earlier on in the day if you can. Obviously, you have limitations based on your work schedule and things like that, but you can usually get like a quick session in earlier in the day. And I think that'll be really good, especially if you work from home or anything like that. Really helps imprint it on their mind, and you want them to be awake and alert when you do that training. So what we've been doing lately is we've been doing, sit, down. We've been integrating stay into every command by using that release word. We've been doing some targeting. Yesterday we did a little bit of posing as well. So we're just adding in more difficulty to the behaviors. I'm being less extreme with the lure, let's say, and I'll try to do that more today. And I'll kind of call out each thing as I do them so that I'll highlight them and you guys can kind of integrate them into your own training. Once again, please like and subscribe. We're trying to build up our follower base right now and it'd be really helpful to us. And we appreciate any input you have into our process and how we can improve. So we'll start with some simple stuff. Rump, good girl. I'm gonna hide the treat so that she looks me in the eye. Good girl. Okay. She's very enthusiastic right now. I'm doing a little bit smaller treats today. I did them a little bit bigger last time. I think she filled up pretty quickly. So now they are about the size of a dime or so. And I just use just turkey slices, low fat. She loves them. Rump, good girl. No, good girl. No. So there, she broke position, gave her the no reward marker. It's a little bit tricky because like, if I just release her and I give her the food, then it's natural for her to get up. If I try to reward her while she's sitting, I have to move my hand towards her, and that's when she wants to get up to get closer to that hand. So we'll try that a few more times, but I want to mix it up to where sometimes I give the reward right when I do the click, other times I give it to her when I release her, other times I kind of mix and match. Rump, good girl. Stay, good girl. Okay. All right, so you notice there I said the word stay instinctively. And that's something you can do once your dog consistently listens to you. Give that release word before she actually gets up. You can start integrating that stay command because it is essentially a command. And like any other command, you don't want to use that command unless you're 80% sure they're going to listen to you. Rump, good girl. No. So that's kind of another tricky one. I clicked, I gave her the treat, but she got up anyways. So I'll probably just stop giving her rewards when she's actually in the sit position, and I'll just wait until I release her. So that way it doesn't tempt her to get up early. Rump, good girl. Waiting for eye contact, good girl, okay. And she really goes hard after the hands. So I think what I'm gonna start doing, there's a couple of ways that you can get around that if your dog starts getting a little bit nippy. Like I actually have a little bit of blood on me right now because her teeth are very sharp. You can throw the reward on the ground after you give the release word, or I could just do a single piece of reward at a time, and I could present it to her in like a flat-handed gesture. Instead of like what I'm doing right now is I'm putting it between my fingers and trying to put it into her mouth, and that's why I get nipped. So I'm going to try to just flatten my hand out a little bit more and see if that helps. Rump, good girl. Waiting for eye contact. Okay. So that does seem to help. I like to hold multiple rewards in my hand at once. I've used those like pouches that you can hold treats in before, and those are nice because you just have the treats right here, so I don't have to hold multiple pieces in my hand at once. But for right now, because I don't have that pouch, I don't want to keep going back and forth to the little reward cup every single time. Rump, good girl. Flats, good girl. Wait, no. So I do something unconsciously. One of the things is the wait command. It's kind of the same as stay pretty much. It's a little bit different, but very similar. Rump, good girl. Flats, good girl. Okay. So once again, you want your dog to succeed. So what I'm doing for that is when I get her in the down position, I'm kind of holding my hand down there to reduce the likelihood that she's going to get up. Rump. Good girl. Flat. Good girl. Okay. Good girl. Rump. Good girl. Flat. Good girl. Okay. So that was actually really good. It was the same thing as yesterday a little bit, where like I got her into the sit position, I got her into the flats position. While she was going down, she kind of got up a little bit, but then she realized what I wanted and she went into the down position. So that kind of shows me that she actually is understanding what I want from her, which is really good. Flats? Good girl. No. So it's tricky because like I want to give her a reward right when she gets into position to kind of highlight that, but at the same time, doing that leads to her getting up a little bit earlier, more frequently, let's say. So I'll try it a few more times. Rump, good girl. Flats, good girl. Okay. And so that's the alternative, is you don't have to give her a reward when she gets into position. You can just reward it by using the marker. And that's kind of what the marker is for. She's heard the clicker enough to where she knows if I click, that rewards her in and of itself. It's kind of like Pavlov's theory. He, rung a bell every time he fed a dog. And after he did that for a while, just ringing the bell caused the dogs to salivate because they associated the bell with food. Rump. Good girl. Flats. Good girl. Okay. So I'm going to drop it on the ground for a little bit, see how that does, just because I don't want to get nipped anymore. Rump. Good girl. Flats. Good girl. No. So she got up before I gave the release word. Give that no reward marker. Because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to lure less and less, and so that's why it's being a little more difficult for her. I'm not leaning over as much. I'm not being as explicit. So that's why it's a little bit more challenging. Flats. Good girl. Okay. So what I'm trying there is when I do give her a reward when she is in position, I'm going to release her faster because she's been getting up on her own. And I want her to succeed. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Rump. Flats. Good girl. Okay. So she still requires me to bend over quite a bit. And that's what I'm trying to get away from as she gets better at the command. Rump. Good girl. See, like I can do right here. She's fine. Good girl. Okay. So I'm going to say okay there, even though she got up prematurely, because I want to really reward her getting into position without me bending over so much. Rump. Good girl. So I'm trying not to bend over as much. No. Rump. Good girl. Okay. Now I'm going to give her a couple of pieces right there because I didn't have to bend all the way over. And one thing you can do is, I always tell you to like mix up commands, go sit, go flats, go touch, targeting, etc. But if you are trying to reduce the lure that you have to do on a specific command, if you just drill that command over and over and over and over again, they kind of know what you want because you've been doing it over and over again. So that allows you to be less explicit with the lure. Rump. Good girl. Oh, your pickups. Come on. Flats. Good girl. Okay. So I had to be pretty explicit there. Rump. Good girl. Flats. And if I say the command, okay, I really want her to succeed, because one of the worst things you can do is just, and this is what I see a lot of like amateurs do, or just people that, don't know training too well, is they just say the command word over and over and over and over and over and over again. And eventually your dog it gets desensitized to that. And what you want is, like, when you say the command word, your dog's so used to following your command, they just automatically do it. But if you just say it over and over and over again, your dog doesn't really care at that point. Come here. Come on. Walk around. Come on. Are you already feeling lazy? Come on. Bro. Good girl. Flats. Good girl. So I'm not going to give the no reward marker there, because she did move into position really quickly. What I probably should have done is I should have just marked it, rewarded her, and released her immediately. But she did it without me bending over that far. So I do want to reward that. Rump. Good girl. Flats. Flats. Good girl. Okay. So that's what I should have done before. Because she has a tendency, if I'm not right there with her, she has a tendency to get the reward and then get up immediately. Rump. Good girl. So I'm not saying the command word, because I don't want her to fail. So if you never say the command word, she never technically fails, so you don't have to give the no reward marker. Right? Good girl. Flats. Good girl. Okay. So I gave the command word there because I could see that she was about to go down. And so I was confident she was going to obey me. So I give the command word. Rump. No. Rump. Good girl. Okay. Yeah, silly. She got me good earlier. Rump. Flats. Good girl. Okay. It's right there, just releasing her immediately. It's going to take a few days, it looks like, to get her to plats just by doing this. Good girl. Okay. Because she kind of knows what I want. So I'm hoping by doing it over and over again, sorry it's a little bit boring, but this is how training is, and you guys, I want to show you what reality is, not some edited thing. Flats. You're not flats. Rump. No. Rump. Good girl. Okay. So that time it like fell out of my hand. I knew she was going to get up, so I just gave the release word immediately. Rump. Good girl. Okay. Oh, I put some on the ground. There you go. Yeah, you have sharp teeth. Rump. No. Good girl. Okay. She has such a nippy personality. I'm gonna have to work on that. That'll be another video I'll do, is to try to get her to be less nippy. There's a few ways you can do that, but I will get into that later on. Considering we've had her less than a week, I think we're doing pretty good. Good girl. I'm really hoping that because she's done this like 20 times. Good girl. Okay. She would kind of get used to it, and she would try to preempt me. Well, So she knows she's not supposed to get up now. That's good. Good girl. Okay. It fell out of her mouth. I knew she was going to get up. You give that release word right away. Rump. Good girl. So if she does go down just by me doing this, I'm not giving the command word, so it's not like she's a must. But if she does, I'm going to jackpot it. So I'm going to give her a big reward. No. But she's just not getting it yet. Good girl. Okay. And that's okay. Some dogs take a little bit longer. You do incremental progress. Rump. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Yeah. Rump. Good girl. Just one time. No. Come on. So I'm trying to get her used to like what this means. She kind of requires me to get all the way down there though. Okay. Which I don't like. But it's only like the second or third day of training her down command. She's so fast with that one. Come on, finish it, finish it. More. Good girl. Okay. So that was a little bit better. I didn't have to get all the way down there. Good girl. More. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. So that's better. It may not seem like much, but previously I was having to bring my hand all the way to the floor, and now, you know, it's 6 inches off the floor. But progress, right? Come on. Plats. More. Plats. So I said the command words, but I have to get her to do it now. Good girl. Okay. That was not a very great effort. She's tricking me. She put out 1 foot, but she won't go all the way down. Good girl. You just burped. That's okay. All right. So she's a little bit non-energetic right now. And so I'm going to end on that high note. You never want to go, you know, longer and try to force your dog to just keep going on and on. It's better to do multiple training sessions a day, wait till she's hungry again. What I'll do is I probably won't feed her for the next 4 or 5 hours. I'll give her dinner later tonight after I do a training session. So that's what I have for today. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what other behaviors you want to see. Once again, I want to show you what it's like with a real dog, real training. And the reality is it's just a lot of repetition a lot of the time. So a lot of these aren't going to be super useful or super exciting, I should say. But I'll try to give little tidbits of knowledge throughout them where when you have your own dog and you're training your own dog, those little tidbits of knowledge are really useful for reducing the lure, making that less pronounced, to little tips and tricks throughout it. So let me know if you guys have any questions, problem behaviors that you're facing, or just comments on the video, and I'll see you next time.